Hello, everyone. Sometimes a question I get asked quite a bit, I'm going to turn my paper this way, is a lot of you want to be able to just sit down and paint some flowers or something. Of course, my passion is flowers, and you're just not quite sure how to paint them without looking at something. So I wanted to give you 3 versions of a flower, and you can combine them any way you like. So the first one I'm going to do, and I'm going to give you a couple pointers that were helpful for me. So the first one is just going to be your good old face-on flower. That one, super duper easy, you guys. So the main thing is, here's the center of your flower. Let me just zoom in there. There we go. So here's the center of your flower. You always want to know where the center is, so you know where your brush strokes are coming out from. So here is a flower. Then we're just going to create just a 5-petal flower here. So of course this is going to be the easiest. This is the head on. And I'm going to show you 3, and then you can put them in little bouquets or any type of flower painting and just do variations of these in different directions. And I think you're going to have fun with this. So let's do that one first. I've got my filbert brush here, which I adore, and I think is just, boy, if you like flowers like me, this is a fantastic one. So that's why I've got that one there. I just think it's, you know, it's shaped like a petal, so it just makes it easier. And I'm going to use, this is my Rose Red, which is in your My Laying palette, Paul Rubens My Laying, and I'll put all my links that I use to order my products down below. So let me scooch this over a bit so you can see. I'm grabbing some paint here. I'm going to have to scooch this over just a bit. Thank you for bearing with me. And I got my brush wet, and then I went into this puddle, tap, 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 because you're going to have a lot of paint on there. Now, if I was doing a huge sheet of paper, I could use more, but I've just got a small area, and I've got oodles and tons of videos on wet, water control, damp on damp. So tap, tap, tap. And then what I'm going to do is all petals are basically going to be the same size because you're looking at it face on. So I'm just going to lie my brush down here, pull towards the center, and then I barely turned my brush to get that little tip. I'll do it again, maybe wiggle my brush, pull it down, and there we go. We've got a petal. Let's do another one. So here's another one right here. So with this brush, excuse me, I hold down near the ferrule. That just gives me some more control. If you want to get looser with your paintings, definitely hold in the back. It gives you more wiggle room. But I like, especially for beginners, to hold up close. And I'm going to use both the flat side of my brush and turn it sideways. Look at that thin point, that thin brush stroke I can get. So I can get a nice thin brush stroke, and I can get a thick brush stroke. Combine them, press, and then turn to the side, and you get this lovely, and look at there, I can even just dab. So let's just make this flower, dab, turn, and I'm making them all face to the center of my flower here. So we've got 2 more. Turn my paper, press, turn to this side, press, turn to this side. And we can make that one just 2 brush strokes. Press, turn to the side, like that. Look at a perfect little flower. Now, if you want to get fancy, in the middle, you can go in with a little bit more pigment, more paint, about probably 85% pigment, 20% water, still tap off. And you can just, if it's shiny still, just tap in and let it spread. Isn't that gorgeous? I might even use a little of that red. Ooh, look at that. Red and pink are so pretty, aren't they? Now, notice this one was dry, so paint is not going to spread in dry paint. But on these areas where you've got shininess, it's going to spread beautifully. Okay, so that is the easiest flower. Now, I'm not even going to rinse my brush because I don't want to waste the paint that's in it. Let's do a flower facing downwards. So again, you want to have, this is the center of our flower facing downwards. And let me just roll over that a bit. My granddaughter molded my kneading ball, which is usually round, if you're familiar with them, into a heart. So I don't want to use that one because I was so excited to see that. She snuck it on my desk. So we'll just leave it. Okay, so we've got those 5 petals, but they're going to be facing downwards. I always use guidelines for my flowers. So here's one coming out here, again, coming downwards from the center of the flower. Here's another one. Here's another one coming out of the center. And I'm drawing these a little dark. You know, I wouldn't draw them this dark if I was just doing my own painting. So I'm going to do those 3. We've got 2 left. I'm going to have one come out here, making sure the base goes towards the center. And then this petal right on the top side here, you're going to see the side of it. So you could actually see it as an extension of this petal coming out on the other side, but I'm not even going to draw it in there. So what I will do is I'm going to paint that one first because all of the other petals are going to be slightly hidden by this petal. So let's draw this one first, or paint that one first. So I'm just going to go in there and like this, kind of cup-shaped, and there we go. So that one comes out first. Now we can add a little bit of that red. Look at that. Gorgeous, isn't it? So now I'm going to turn my paper just a bit. Now we're coming out. Here's that center, and you're coming out from there. Leave a little white space in here. Pull it out. Oh, we're going to use that filbert. Let me grab my filbert here. This is my tube, by the way, which I love. So I'll grab my filbert, tap in a little like that. So now we've got our front petal, and we've got a petal coming out from behind it. A little bit more water. You can always go darker. And then let's create, sometimes I have to do them kind of upside down, I suppose. And I'm coming out on the edge, pull out, wiggle my brush, and then come out on the side. Now we'll do this one, making sure I'm coming from that center, which is now hidden by that petal. So come out to the side. There we go. So now if this is downwards like this, it makes a little more sense, doesn't it? And then maybe one more coming out over here, like that. So there we go. I'm just making that one a little bit bigger. So now we've got this flower painting, you know, kind of going downward. Might make that just a tad bit darker and bigger. I didn't want to cover up that middle part because I wanted you to see that. And then I'm going in and just tapping my brush into my well, which isn't a puddle. I'm tapping into that paint, and I'm just going to lightly touch into some of these areas that are still kind of damp and shiny. And there you go. You kind of get this look. Now, what will help with that is once this dries, I can go in and create these stamens, and it'll give you that feeling that it's facing that way. Okay, so let's go into the next one. And the next one is kind of a foreshortening. So it's a flower that's kind of on its side, but you've still got, here's the center, like this. The back petals are going to be rather short. The side ones will be on their side, and the front ones will be just a bit bigger. So we can draw the guidelines. This one is the one in the back. Here is one here. Here. So we've got 3. We need 2 more. And here and here. So I wet my brush. I'm going to tap it off, tap, 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 and so much paint comes off of there. And then let's just go in here, point, press, and we've got a bit of a curve because you're on its side. So press, there we go. And just practice twisting your brush around. Now this one in front is going to be bigger and maybe a little bit longer. Same with this one. And leave some white space in there. Now for the back one, I'm just literally going to pat, pat. That's it. I just want this little dome. Now, those are 3 that you can use and vary them in your paintings. I'm going to dry this a bit so that you can see it when it's dry. I'll also just go in and maybe, let's just, actually I can use the filbert for this as well. Another reason why I love the filbert, which I will link for you below. So this one here is kind of tipping downwards. So we want to make the stem come into the middle. Remember, everything leads to the middle. That's where things can get kind of wonky too. This one right in the middle, like that. Same with this one right in the middle. And I'm using the side of my brush. So there we go. I can add in some leaves, but I really wanted to stick to the flowers. So using that beautiful little edge, point, press, wiggle, wiggle. Let's get some more there. Point, press, wiggle, wiggle. There we go. Point, turn my brush, wiggle, wiggle. Tip of my brush, wiggle, wiggle. So let me give these a little bit of a dry with my heat gun, and then I'll show you, because right now you could kind of tell how they should be, but once you add those stamens in, it'll be very clear to people what direction they are. And you could just do a whole bouquet of these and different sizes. So pardon me, I'm going to turn this on for a minute. There we go. So sorry, I'm not a good editor, so I leave that in. Now, you could use a little tiny 2 brush. This one again, this one's mine, and I have my whole set. I'll link it below. Let me grab my waterproof pen here. I kind of tend to go for the 808. And for this one, I'm just going to add in little lines, my stamens coming out all around my flower, maybe little circles in here, dots. So pretty much this flower's face on, easy. This one here, we could do kind of little C's around my flower, like that. And then this one here, I'll have the stamens come out and facing downwards, which I realize is kind of hard to see because that's so dark. And then, so that helps guide your viewer's eye that, oh, that flower is facing downward. So there you go. I hope that helps with you being able to sit down and paint a few flowers on your own. Here's 3 different directions, and this one you could even do, let me show you real quick. This is facing downwards, but it could just as easily be point, press on its side, but facing upwards. So there's that front petal lip, a little bit more water, and now assuming this is the center of your flower, so my petals got to come from here out. There we go. And then another one, maybe leave a little white space. So same thing, I'm just pointing upwards. So I have to curve that in so that it's going into the center here. And then once it dries, I would just go in and I would do the little stamens, but they'd be coming out. Let me just do a little stem and maybe, while it's still damp, I can go in and tap in some color to bleed there. Once it's not shiny, it's not going to blend. And if it's puddling and pooling more than shiny, it's not going to, it's just going to puddle. So let me grab some of my green, just create our little stem coming from the center. There we go, point, turn my brush, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Point, turn my brush, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And there we go. Once that dries, I would just draw in those stamens so they're pointing upwards. So this little brush is your friend if you like florals. I mean, it's good for a lot, but on its side, you get that nice thin line. Flat, you get these beautiful brush strokes. All right, everybody, I hope you give those a try, and I hope that makes you feel comfortable to maybe do a little bouquet with all of these flowers in here and just have some fun, relax. I promise you, you are an artist, and thank you so much for being here. All right, everybody, happy painting.